I discovered a dead bird, which made me deeply sad, but after a breeze passing by, the bird magically came back to life. I was shocked. I could hardly believe it was real. That night I told my mother about it. I said God might exist, but my mother became furious. She thought I was just imagining things. A few days later my father found a painting in my room, a figure standing in the middle of a lake. I said I had seen God, but he also didn't believe me. The next day, I gave a painting to my classmate. It was a picture of him making a slam dunk. The boy felt happy, but he knew he could never stand again, because he had been paralyzed by an accident. I told him I had seen God, and comforted him not to give up hope, but the boy didn't believe me. Just then a car passed by, and it hit a little puppy. The owner stroked the body and was heartbroken. I rushed over, then closed my eyes and began to pray. A moment later the dead puppy suddenly came back to life. Everyone nearby was shocked. After that the boy started to believe me, and asked me to pray for him too. But when the prayer ended, nothing seemed to happen. The next day when the boy went to the hospital for a checkup, he suddenly realized he could move his toes. The doctor was shocked, but still told the boy that walking again was impossible for him, because his nerves were too badly damaged. But the next second the boy walked out with his father. The doctor was left speechless. The boy said it was thanks to my prayer. At that time a nearby reporter heard about it, and she put it on TV. So the next morning a large crowd gathered to ask me to heal them. This made my parents extremely worried. My father told me if I saved them I will no longer live like an ordinary girl, because people will keep coming to disturb my life.
I'm afraid that you're not going to get a chance to be that little girl again.
But even so I still stepped outside. I walked toward a blind girl, held her hand and began to pray. When the blind girl slowly took off her glasses, her vision miraculously returned. She hugged her mother excitedly. Then I prayed for a disabled boy. The boy immediately stood up. Everyone was in total disbelief, but I grew weaker and weaker, until I finally collapsed. My parents quickly took me to the hospital, but the news kept spreading on TV, so lots of reporters and media crowded the hospital. My parents could only take me to the countryside. When my grandfather heard the news, he went to the lake alone, then knelt and prayed to God, begged God to spare me, even if it meant trading his own life. But there was no response. At the same time, the people I had helped before, they all held candles and prayed for me. My family also prayed by my bedside. Then my father found a painting. It turns out I had already decided to head for heaven, just when everyone was drowned in sorrow. My sister found another painting. It shows that God commanded me to return to earth, and then I actually woke up. God would never take away someone so kind. My mother finally believed in the existence of God. In the end, I went outside and made my last wish. I hoped everyone would be treated with kindness. So please be a kind person. Do you agree? Please comment.